couldn't do it, dropped even further back. In fact, it may become a battle for second between Mansell and Lyondike. Here comes Fittipaldi, Emerson Fittipaldi. The final turn for home, the checker flag, and Emerson Fittipaldi has won his second Indianapolis 500. Fittipaldi led only the last 16 laps of the race to score Roger Penske's 9th Indianapolis 500 victory. Fittipaldi has won the 500. Let's go to Gary Gerald.
Well, the jubilant scene. Here's Roger Penske in your 25th year, your 9th Indianapolis win. What's the emotion, Roger?
Well, I think it just proves that what a great driver Emerson is. We had a tough breaks in the middle of the race, but it's amazing. I don't know what to say. I'm just thrilled for our team, for Marlboro, our sponsors, and everyone, and especially for Rick Mears, who was here to help us get this thing done.
Congratulations. Get to victory lane.
Thank you.
So in his own way, Rick Mears figures into yet another Indy win. In second was Arie Luyendyk. Mansell was third. Raul Boesel fourth. In fifth, Mario Andretti. Sixth, Scott Brayton. Scott Goodyear came across the line in seventh. Eighth was Al Unser Jr. Teo Fabi came across in ninth. And 10th was John Andretti. All of those on the leader lap. We'll be back to talk with our new winner right after this.
One hot afternoon, two
Indianapolis 500 champion driving for Roger Penske. It is 25th year of competition. Penske brings another car home in victory lane. Emerson Fittipaldi getting help from crew chief Rick Reineman to get the helmet off, and now he can hear the applause of the assembled multitude here. Emerson, congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm so pleased. I mean, that's fantastic. The team did an incredible job, and we had a great recovery the whole month of May, and we did it. We did it.
You waited and waited and waited and then made your move when it was most important.
Well, I think was the last two yellows. We had great. No, I'm not having the milk. Thanks.
Yeah, put that green on.
Now there's a first. Emerson, you're not going to drink the milk.
Well, I'm going to drink the orange juice. That's my producing, and I'm going to have this time orange juice. I produce orange juice.
Back in Sao Paulo, Brazil, he produces the orange juice, so he's going to go that way. But Emerson, let's talk about the restart with Nigel Mansell in the lead. Tell us about the move.
Well, I think it was a good move. You know, Nigel did a really good start too before last, but we were able to catch in again. And, the car runs perfect. What else can I say? I'm so pleased. Second win in Indianapolis. I mean, Roger Penske and his dealership and Marlboro, his backup, and all the team, they did a beautiful job. Thank you.
Well, we have the president of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway here to make a very special presentation to you, Emerson. In addition to the Borg Warner Trophy, Tony George is here to make an extremely important presentation of the victory wreath. Tony?
Emerson, on behalf of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Corporation, it's an honor to present you with the Borg Warner wreath, signifying this is the second time you'll have your face on the Borg Warner Trophy. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you very much, Tony. To win Indianapolis is the best event in the world. I'm very pleased. You guys put a great show here. Thank you very much. Thanks for all the racing fans that follow me up and great all the good support. Thank you.
Emerson, compare this victory to your first victory.
That's one of a kind.
Well, I think I'm very, very pleased. I mean, it's very emotional to be able to win again in Indianapolis. I mean, it's great. And what else can I say, Jack? I'm so pleased with this win, and I'm so pleased. I even did not say, I'm so emotional.
You were so quiet throughout the month of May, and it seems to be breaking loose to you now as you get the congratulations of your wife, Teresa. When you woke up this morning, what did you gauge your chances at winning to be?
Well, I think I had a great chance of winning. I had, looking optimist for the race. We had a good setup. The temperature today was exactly the same temperature when the car did the quickest run during the week. And I knew that we put that setup, and that setup should be good.
It's an extremely jubilant crew here in Victory Lane for the Indianapolis Motor Speedway's 77th running of the 500.
21 lead changes among 12 drivers, and Emerson Fittipaldi ends up at the top of the order. Let's go to Jerry Punch with second place.
The 39-year-old Dutchman brought it home in second place. And you were battling an ill-handling car all day.
Well, my car really wasn't that good in traffic, and that's why at the end there with Emerson running in clean air and me behind him, I did everything I could, but the car picked up a tremendous push through the corner, and then right off the corner they would go to a big loose, and last two laps I just said, forget it, it's not going to work. But the target team came through today anyway. I mean, we were running at 10th position in 60 laps to go, And the second to last restart, I said to myself, just forget it. I'm going to go bonsai a little bit, and I passed a couple of guys on the restart, and then I passed Nigel around the outside here. So I threw caution to the wind when it mattered, but I couldn't do anything about Emerson. He kind of tricked me out on the restart. He made me get all crossed up because he made me go down to second gear because he started off really slow. But, I'm really happy for Emerson. He really deserves the win, and I'm really happy with second, although it's a little disappointing.
The 1990 winner finishes second today. Let's check in with Gary Gerald.
Nigel Mansell sets here on the wall after your first experience at Indianapolis. There was an apology you just offered to Carl Haas. I'm sure it related to how you lost that lead and had that close call against the wall.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been here before, and on the restart, I thought I got a good restart, and I just couldn't believe the ground that Emerson and Leyendijk made up on me. And, everybody, if you like, cheats on the restart, and I'm trying to do it by the rules because I don't want to infringe any rules, and I lost the lead, obviously, and then there was no way back, and I got close to Harry coming out of turn 2, and then I hit the wall real hard. I mean, I hit the wall at 200 and something mile an hour on the front right and rear right, and I mean, I hurt my wrist and my side a bit, but the car kept going. I couldn't believe it. I mean, then
were you afraid you were going to have to come in and pit because of that?
Hey, I was afraid I was going to be in the wall permanent, but then the yellow flag came out straight away after that, and I was able to do a couple of slow laps and just feel the car and check the car out, because for sure the tracking got altered a little bit on the front. I mean, you can see the outside front tyres, but I mean, I'm just happy to have finished. I mean, we perhaps could have won, but I'm very happy for Emerson. I think he drove fantastic, and Harry Leyendijk coming second too. I mean, I got the jump on one of the restarts to take the lead anyway, so that's the way it is.
After you bounced the wall, you were down in the rumble strips a couple of times. Was it hard to hang on to?
Hey, I had to be down in the rumble strips because I had altered the front end and I was just pushing understeering too much. I mean, I can tell you, those last few laps, they were agony, but I'm pleased it's over now.
Welcome to Indianapolis.
Thank you very much.
All right, Jack.
The man that started third finished fourth, Raul Boisel, but you don't look like you're very happy.
No, I'm not. In my mind, this race is mine. I've been penalized twice, 2 stop and goes for no reason. I don't see why they did. First, they said I was over the limit on the speedometer, and I couldn't find where, because I was not. I was careful about it. The second stop and go was already coming to the pits on the yellow cam. I have no choice if not coming to the pits, and they penalized me twice. So this race, in my mind, is mine.
During the course of the running of the race, though, how difficult was it to contain that kind of emotion and that kind of anger and still do the task at hand?
Well, I just tried to do the best I can, run as fast as I can, and don't worry about. But what I can do. Twice, I was screaming to the pits, say why they penalize. I wasn't over the limit. I was already coming to the pits when the yellow came. I'm really disappointed.
Paul, this other Brazilian is not at all happy.
And like others before him who believe that they in fact have won the Indy 500 beginning in 1911, where Mulford thought that he in fact was ahead of Ray Haroon at the finish. But today it is clearly Emerson Fittipaldi, the winner of the 77th running of the Indy 500. And let's take a look at the race summary now. The Valvoline race summary. Emerson Fittipaldi wins the Indianapolis 500. His margin of victory, 2.8 seconds over Ari Leyendijk. And the rundown of everyone finishing in the field. It was a tremendous race, 24 cars running at the finish. As we look through the entire field now for the Indianapolis 500. Nigel Mansell will leave here still leading in PPG standings by 7 points over Mario Andretti. But there they are, the participants in the 77th running of the Indianapolis 500-mile race. And the final three, Danny Sullivan, so surprisingly the first out. Now, we take a look. This was the next to last restart. Look at Nigel as he swept around and picked up the lead of the race while Fittipaldi came underneath Mario.
And Paul, the whole issue at the beginning was, would this make a good racing track, narrowed up as it was in the turn? And the answer is emphatically yes. Some tentative opening laps, it was terrific.
I don't think there's any question about it. And then the last restart of the race itself, as Fittipaldi streamed to the lead of the race, chased by Ari Leyendijk, and that's what Ari said. Fittipaldi kind of snockered him there. So Emerson Fittipaldi, using his experience both from Formula One and from the IndyCar, scored his second Indianapolis victory.
And Chevrolet's 6th consecutive victory.
Chevrolet still the king at Indy here, though Ford looked very powerful today. Emerson Fittipaldi will now look forward to at least $1 million in purse. Unlike in past years, they won't have to wait until tomorrow morning for the posting. It will become official later this evening, though perhaps Raul Boesel will as yet have something to say. The 77th running of the Indianapolis 500 is now history, and Fittipaldi is the champion. The executive producer of the Indianapolis 500 is Jack O'Hara. Today's show was produced by Bob Goodrich, directed by Don Ohlmeyer. Technical director, Richard Drummond, Joey Chavo. Associate producers, Ben Harvey and Debbie Cole and Mike Roth. Associate directors, Norm Samet, Patrick McManus, Vince D'Addario, and Jaime Bravo. So the race has been run now for the 77th time. And Emerson Fittipaldi joins a group of two-time winners like Tommy Milton, Bill Vukovich, Roger Ward, Gordon Johncock. Now Fittipaldi adds his name to that list and looks for a third win at the Indianapolis 500-mile race. The celebration already underway as the victory lane is broken down, and Fittipaldi will take a victory lap around this 2.5-mile oval in a final salute to this giant crowd. The rain predicted at the start of the day has kept away. It was a clean race to the finish. No injuries, a safe race, though there were some impacts with the wall. Overall, it was Emerson Fittipaldi who was able to persevere and pick up his win at the Indianapolis 500. But it's still a long season ahead. A week from now, we'll be in Milwaukee for the Milwaukee 200 on that famous and antique Milwaukee Mile. But for the moment, the Penske team can bask in the glory of yet another victory. They averaged 157.207 miles an hour to put Emerson Fittipaldi in front at the checkered flag, 2.8 seconds ahead of Ari Leyendijk. Nigel Mansell was third. I'm Paul Page for Sam Posey, Jack Arute, Gary Gerald, and Jerry Punch. We've enjoyed being with you in this 77th running of the Indianapolis 500. The new track and its configurations worked well, and it has only whet our appetite for the 78th running 1 year from now. So long from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
ABC Sports exclusive coverage of the Indianapolis 500. Brought to you by the Heartbeat of America, Chevrolet, and your local Chevy dealer. By A1 Steak Sauce. A1, it's how burgers are done. By Miller Lite, it's everything you want a beer to be. And by Fruit of the Loom, clothes for the best of your life. Coming up next on ABC Sports, the leading ladies of golf hit the links for high-stakes excitement. Player of the Year Dottie Mockery, LPGA champ Betsy King, Hall of Famer Nancy Lopez, and defending champion Pat Bradley meet in the finale of the JCPenney LPGA Skins Game. This has been a presentation of ABC Sports, recognized around the world as the leader in sports television.